wasn't comfortable with other things that they were doing, sort of thing. You guys operate pretty much exactly the same way as the United States operate, the way we operate, the way Britain operates, France, and next number of other democracies around the world, So, and they know better than myself, or I know pretty much because, it's all common knowledge anyway, all the threats that you guys have against you, sort of thing. So, to be a proper ally to you guys would be to broker deals for you that are solely and only for your best interest and for your increased security, sort of thing. So I have a hard job understanding as a layperson, guys, as a passionate supporter of you guys, how this deal benefited you, And so again, now, so if that wasn't bad enough, my understanding is that Bibi, I'm going to say that with a bit of accent, so if you find it funny, please forgive me. I'm trying to say it well, Anyway, he was saying for months, as far as I understand, guys, and it was the agreement of the Israeli government and most of the people in Israel, as far as I know, that this whole notion of a two-state solution was off the table now. And the Prime Minister was adamant about that. We've gone through too many times in the past. We've been stabbed in the back before. It's never benefited us. And we, like after October the 7th, it's off the table now. We're not going to entertain the idea anymore. But you got to stop and think about this, guys. Where are you going to put the state to? What is Judea and Samaria does not belong to these people. So if these world leaders are talking about turning that into this fake state for these people, they're giving away what rightfully belongs to you guys. We all know this. Anybody from a Christian background, anybody that understands world history and the history of this part of the world and so on, that, and from all the ancient documents, like the Torah documents and biblical documents and all the rest of it, we know what belonged to you guys in ancient times, like 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, and so on and so forth, And like we know more or less what rightfully belongs to you guys. So where would they put the state to? If not, in that area which you guys consider your heartland, the heartland of the Jewish state. I believe you should get that back at some point. I don't know how it's going to work, but I believe you guys should get that back. But for I don't even have to put the religious parts of it into it. Just for plain, pure, common sense reasons, you need to get that territory back again and have full control over that territory, because that is one of the ways as well that you're going to be able to better secure yourselves, better secure your own safety, security, and stability going down the road into the future, sort of thing. So, again, constantly talking about creating this state out of this territory that rightfully belongs to you guys anyway, is madness. It's madness. Like any world leader that cares about Israel to any proper degree whatsoever, they know the threat that causes you guys, and it shouldn't be on the table anymore. Basically, I personally don't agree with it. Never have agreed with it. And the more I get into it, the more I realize how much of a detriment it's going to be to you guys. The more I'm against it as a supporter of your state, sort of thing. So you should get that territory back at some point somehow. And what will happen with Gaza, guys? It's anybody's guess. It's like again, I'm not 100% certain if Gaza belonged to like biblically. If Gaza ever was part of the Jewish state. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure about this. Not 100% certain anyway. I can do the research on it, but I don't know if Gaza ever belonged to the Israeli state in ancient times, biblically. But at the same time, guys, once again, in order for you guys to secure your security better, you every world leader that isn't pandering to the propaganda that's been pushed around the world over the past 2 years would have to understand that the only way that you guys can secure your future is if you take back Judea and Samaria and figure out how you can have better control over the Gaza Strip as well. Now, whether that means taking it, annexing it, and making it completely officially part of the Jewish state or not, you know, but something where you guys gain far better control than you have now, sort of. So I support that. I definitely support you guys getting your ancient territory back, you know, as well at some point, you know, very much so. I very much support that. It's midnight here now, guys. I don't know if I got to rush this up right now. I was trying to get this on to go earlier, but just really need a studio or some place to go and make these videos. I got the door to the washroom closed there now, guys. There's a whole bunch of doors between us sort of thing, so I'm not talking super loud here, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay here. This is all the stuff working against me too, guys, to try to be a better support for you the way I want to, like to put this material together more polished, more effective. When I got all this stuff around me to kind of like work against me as well. What else do I want to say here, guys, about that? So, you know, basically what I'm trying to get across here now in presenting these options, I'm going to check the time right now, guys, 1 second. 41 minutes in right now, guys. Sorry. 41 minutes in. So, actually, this may cut off now by itself, guys. No, I had over an hour. So I'll go maybe another 20 minutes here and try to clue up here. Yeah. So when I was watching the hostage transfer there the other morning, guys, and footage of other videos shortly after that, listening to people talk about what is happening in Israel right now and the feelings in Israel right now, sort of thing. I mean, of course, you're ecstatic to get your people back, as you would be, rightly so. And so, you know, you gain this in the deal. And again, guys, I want to emphasize, I am over the moon with joy and happiness for you that this part of the deal works in your favor. Please don't misunderstand anything I'm saying about the other aspects of the deal that a common sense person knows it's not going to work in your favor, you know. There seems to be a lot of mixed feelings going on in Israel. And see, not being there and just going on the basis of videos that I'm seeing from the outside, it's difficult for me to get a good sense of the feeling inside Israel and, you know, where people are coming from, where their minds are at, you know, where their attitudes are at, and all the rest of it sort of thing. There are those that emphatically push for regaining your ancient territory and better securing your borders and all the rest of it. I support that side, to be honest with you. It's just plain common sense. But I mean, apparently there are elements within your country as well that again are on the left and sort of like pretty much extreme left, which I wouldn't have thought would have existed within Israel itself, because you're really shooting yourself in the foot big time by taking that perspective. Anybody within your nation. And there's difficulty in coming together. There's difficulty in having cohesion. So one thing I was thinking about there the other night, guys, it was last night, night before last, or whatever, when I was thinking about like cohesion, like within your nation, because the Jewish state is such a small state, such a small country. I don't know what the population is, like over, was it 10 million or something like that, guys? Okay, I'm going to say 10 million as a safe estimate, but I'm going to have to check the figures on that again. Again, forgive me if I get certain like specifics not quite accurate here. Correct me in anything I say that's not accurate, guys. But it's like just do it respectfully. Nobody has to be rude in a way that they correct me, because like I have to learn as I go along here and get statistics and so on, that when I speak about things, correct myself down the road if I need to, if I say something out of the way. I think it's somewhere around 10 million. I think in your country right now. So. Halfway decent number, but I mean it's not a huge population base, and so you're a very very small nation, and you are in such a difficult position, where you're located in the world and all the rest of it. There is no other nation on earth that faces the types of obstacles and threats that you guys face. So you have so much to deal with that other nations around the world don't even have to think about, sort of thing. So because you're a small nation, and because you don't have a huge population base, because you're still a relatively young nation, you haven't even existed as a modern state now, of course. You haven't existed even a century yet, sort of thing. Cohesion at this stage in the game, guys, is of the utmost importance. It's like you need to start talking amongst yourselves, and have like town councils, town meetings, or whatever, to just the general people, the general public, sort of thing, to try to figure out a way to iron out as many of your differences as you can, so you can have as much cohesion within your state as you possibly can. Because then that, of course, if you're of one mind, one heart, that empowers you to know how to move ahead better, sort of thing. So as many differences that you can eliminate as possible, obviously works in your favor, because you cannot weaken yourself from within when you have so many enemies all around you that are looking to tear you down anyway. I mean, like again, it's just common sense, isn't it? So I was thinking about that the other night, but how to create that cohesion. That's easier said than done, I suppose. If you have people like from different walks of life and different religious groups and all the rest of it. I would say any ethnic group or any religious group outside of one particular one, of course, the one that's seeking your destruction, who is a citizen of the state of Israel, and believes in the state of Israel, wants to see it endure, and wants to see it strengthen, and wants to see it thrive going into the future, they're not going to have issues with you guys figuring out ways to become more cohesive, to come together more, and to have like one vision, we'll say, for the future of your country. And so all these people, I would imagine, and hopefully all the Christian groups and all the rest of it, are going to come on side with you for anything that's going to protect the nation. One would hope, in a way, guys, if they want to act for the benefit of the state, that they would do that sort of thing. So that was one of the things that crossed my mind there the other night. More cohesion, and just be like really grounded in what you're about. So the observant Jewish people in the nation, those of you that that classify yourself as religious Jews, ultra Orthodox and all the rest of it. I mean, I guess you know what you're about for sure, and those that are in this land because of religious reasons, who feel that it's your God-given right to be there, sort of thing. Well, you're firm in that conviction, aren't you? You're firm in that understanding, sort of thing. So you very much know what you're about, and to figure out how to achieve that goal, sort of thing. There's no uncertainty about the goal, but it's just figuring out how to achieve that goal. But those on the left, I guess, those that are secular or whatever, you might have a lot more misgivings, a lot more questioning of like, which is the right direction to go in. Should we be doing this? Should we be doing that? It's like how to create more stability for ourselves, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, guys, if you have an enemy that is pretty much hell bent on your destruction, regardless, no matter what you do, why cater to them? Like just, and if you've had successive bad experiences, one after another, after another, after, like, how many bad experiences do you have to have with capitulating to a side that you flat out know seeks your destruction anyway, before you every last one of you collectively say enough's enough. We, as the citizens of the state of Israel, from all walks of life, we are in agreement that we've had enough on this particular issue, and it's not on the table anymore. There's going to be no peace date. We're going to, at some point, take our ancient land back. We're going to secure our borders better, and we're going to create a proper state for ourselves. At the end of the day, guys, I'm going to try to clue this up right now. At the end of the day, the future of Israel is very much linked to the future of the rest of the world. And I'm going to try to explain in future videos how that's so. If I can ever get a setting somewhere down the road, guys, where I can go off and be relaxed and be able to concentrate properly on all the rest of it, to work these ideas through in my mind. Because when I'm rushed like this, it's much more difficult, and I'm just trying to bring it all to the surface very, very quickly. Cause we're all off the cuff sort of thing, But to have a safe, secure, strong, stable state of Israel located in that location where you're to. First, it's your ancient homeland anyway. You've been there for several thousand years. But the strategical position that you're in, I don't have to be a world leader to understand this much myself. It's very well strategically positioned so that you guys can be a buffer for the activities of all the extremist groups in that region that want to take you guys over, want to destroy your state, and then make it that much better, that much easier to push their agendas into the rest of the world, sort of thing. So everybody that supports the West, everybody that wants to see the West stay strong, the West to stay predominantly Christian anyway, and to preserve our traditional democratic values, should invest themselves in supporting you guys and helping to keep you strong as well. I'm just an average layperson, and I can see the sense in that. So to have the world leaders to come out and come forward